Hi guys. The wand, right? There we go. Everything's flipped around now. Ooh, this light is bright. Maybe I should move it back a little bit. What do y'all think? Waiting for a couple people to sign on. This looks extremely close to me tonight. Maybe that's better. Okay. New shirt alert. Kate's making these. She made them for Mother's Day, and this means grandma in Italian. She made them with whatever people wanted to say, and then the little words that you may not be able to see from there is the names of the kids. I think she should make them for Father's Day as well. Say something when you log on so I know you're here. I'm going to try to find this over here so I can read the comments. Hi, Katie. How are you? I see Katie's on. So when you guys come on, just give me a shout out. So tonight, I was supposed to show you, is that light too bright, by the way, Katie? I was supposed to show you what the hose post that I made yesterday looks like. And we were gonna do the porch. However, we had a huge storm and we had tornado warnings and okay, good, the light's good. Maybe it doesn't look as bright as it does in my face. I'm still not used to it. Tornado warnings, and before I decorate the porch, especially after the winter, I always clean it off because it's a mess. It's just got grime on it. But I couldn't do that because it was raining, so I couldn't throw everything out in the yard. And I couldn't dig the hole because that would have just turned into a trench with all the rain we had. So that's postponed until tomorrow. I might come on during the day. If you guys would, as you're coming on, and saying hi, so I know you're here, let me know when a good time is for a live. I've been saying I'm going to do one during the day, and I think I am, just to see if that's not a good time for people as well. Okay, so tonight, I can't even see that screen. The light's so bright. I can't see the camera. This is my little grapevine window that we're going to do an arrangement in for the porch. I do all these things. I've got a whole bunch of Patriotic. Hi, Kate. And then I wait until I go decorate the porch. They may not all get used, but I like to have a bunch of things to choose from, so it doesn't look the same every year, number one, and I don't want to have a spot that I can't finish right then, so that's how I'm doing it. This topples right now, but I'm hoping when I get the weight of some things in it, it's going to be a little better. So I'm going to take, I think I might want to get a hold of these. Hold on. I'm not going very far, I promise. Since everybody teases me for leaving. I might do these. See which is better. I've got some that are little squares and some the one that's just a big. Sometimes you get lucky. That almost fits the whole thing there. So that worked. So that's just a piece of floral foam. This is it's made to look like a window, but it's out of, and I don't think it's grapevine. It feels to me more like honeysuckle. It's a little more fragile than grapevine would be. So they didn't say on the tag what it was exactly. So I'm not sure. Hi Judy, how are you? So I am Vicki from the Peddler's Loft with Kate and Vicki. I've been crafting years and years and years, more than I care to admit. And we've At one time, we were in 10 craft malls, and we had wholesale accounts, and I quit for a few years, not all the way, but we have dialed back the shows a tad. We probably have, I don't know, 12 maybe now? I don't know. Anyways, Kate's my daughter. Linda's my mother. She's on here, I believe. Yep. And so we're kind of making a shift to the online world. So I say that, and I just got out all my show information to sign up for shows. So okay, so we're going to start with the grapevine window shape, the floral foam inside. Now this doesn't go all the way to the one end, and that is because I haven't decided if I'm going to put one of those candles in it or do some lights. I'm leaning towards lights, but I could change my mind, who knows. I also think this would be cute sitting there, this little Americana bear I have. So I'm going to start out with him. I always start out with the bigger things, and then I build around it. I wish that this would stay up, though, without it being so weighted. I also went shopping today, and I got some... I can't resist red, white, and blue, ever, anywhere. So these were at the dollar store. I don't think they're going to light up now because I'll take a picture later. That bright light is probably supercharging them right now. I got these cute little starlights that are on a battery pack. So I'm going to decide. I try and light up everything. When we're coming up with new designs and stuff in the wood that we do when we do our shows, it's a given. Everything that lights sells. So if you want it to sell, you'll light it up. So, and I like everything lit up. I got these little things. I may use those on the porch tomorrow in the tree, but I thought those were adorable too. And they're, oh, I got two different ones. This one's glittery. This one's not. Go with glitter. What else did I get? I got this at Joann's the other day because, like I said, it's red, white, and blue, and I couldn't resist it. I don't think there's a place for it in this arrangement because it's smaller, and this is some wide ribbon. This is probably going to be something for a wreath. Isn't that cute? It's got little firecrackers all over it. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to glue this bear right down into here because I think that's where I'm going to want him. I'm going to try and work backwards maybe or sideways so you guys can see. So I'm just going to add some glue on the back side of him, some hot glue, and I will probably also secure him another way just so he doesn't come out. I need one of those super beefy glue guns. I can't believe I've done this all these years with this little mini. Hi, Barb. Okay, so he's right there at the side. Got his little red, white, and blue bow on. And then I think I'm going to fill in with, I've got some of these. These are red. I used them initially at Christmas the first time. I don't know if they'll have a place in this either. I've got some flags, some little burlap flags. There's, I have two of these star picks. And then I've got all these pip berries that we used on, what did I use that on? Oh, we used it on the shutter that's going on the porch. So let me see. I don't think we need garland unless, when I'm all done, wherever this sits, whatever table I put this on out there, I will probably put the garland around it and might put some lights in it. So these are red, white, and blue pip berries, P-I-P, pip berries. I have them in this big garland, and I also have two different sizes of picks that I'm going to be using. And the picks are red, white, and blue with some rusty stars because we're primitive around here, and they're just two different sizes. So I'm going to fill that in with those. And also have some, whoops, I yanked on that too hard. I have some burlap red, white, and blue stars that are picks. So let me just get all this unwrapped here. So, did anybody else get storms today? It's been a long time since we've had a nice summer storm, but we needed it. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but the pollen was yuck, has been. The air has been yuck. It's been really dry. My garden looks like it's screaming for what? It just didn't need watered. So there's something about a soaking rain that is so much better for a garden than when you have to water. And that's what it needed, and we were blessed with that today for sure. Could have done without the tornado warning, but you know, we're all good. And I'm not complaining, because just a few months ago I was sitting here freezing doing these lives and there was snow on the ground. And that's definitely yuck. Alright, I got all my tags off. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to go with this down the side. So these are almost perfect, because I'm going to shove that all the way in there, and it's going to show me still a little bit of the red and white stripe and the blue stars. Oh, look, it got far enough away from the light to turn on. There we go. Oh, the light's hitting it and it keeps going off. All right, so that's how I'm going to start out with this. I wish I would have thought to get some greens, because I always usually green in the foam, but I didn't. So we're just going to wing it here and figure it out. When I get done putting all this in, if I can still see the green, then I will make a bow and try to cover it that way until I can get some. I think there's ivy out here in this loft, but you guys, I've torn it up again and I don't know. I don't know where it's at. I gotta clean it out tomorrow for sure. Hi, Chrissy. What's our plan? Oh. I didn't know there was a plan. I'm always the last to know. I could take part of that garland though and cover it up, but I don't think I want that much of it. These long ones may be way too long. I don't know. Let's try. This is hard to do turned around like this. Should have thought about that. These things are very, very sturdy. Ooh, I like that. I use, I have wire cutters, but for some reason, it's easier for me to use pruners, so that's what I use. I'm gonna try and go in here. I gotta turn this around so I can go in behind the little bear and get these stars in here. And I think I'm gonna put the other big one right behind the light. I don't know, something's throwing me off here. I don't know if I like. Yes, Katie's crafting away over there, making shirts. She has some big shirt orders to get out, so. Is it shirts or is it the Father's Day signs? Okay, what can I find here? I know there's greens in this place somewhere, but if I were to try to find them right now, we'd be here all night. So I'm just trying to fill in a little bit, and then we're going to figure out how I'm going to cover the greens since I don't have, do we need a flag? Just block that from your memory. Do we need a flag in here with the bear and the light? Like right there? Or is that too much? I think it needs to go higher if I do put it in there. What's your opinion, guys? Yes, the flag. Like that? I like it a little higher, don't you? What I'm not loving is I do everything kind of primitive, and this light, even though it's adorable and I like it, isn't. So I probably should have antiqued that. I should have rubbed some antique wax on it, which I might do when I get it all done. Let me see here if I can get I don't know if putting those there would cover that enough, or if I'm just going to have to dig out something green. You always need something green. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Oh gosh. I really don't think I should even attempt to try and find those. Let me get another pick or two in here and see what happens. If I put these in sideways, it might be enough to suffice. So hard when I'm picking out these lives. I had everything for the porch one that I wanted to do. And then I got all my supplies, and then it poured rain. And I had to switch up what I was doing, so that threw me. I'm throwing these things everywhere. I know what I can do. I knew if I thought about it long enough, I'd figure it out. This is sphagnum moss. It is very fun to work with. It's also very messy. If you have allergies, you may not want to work with it. I don't, luckily. But I just bend all these down. See, I should have done this first. If I would have looked over there, I would have seen it. I use these on my birdhouses a lot. It is a little bit of a primitive, it makes things a little more primitive. The birds seem to love them. I always have to redo it midway through the season because the birds just love this stuff. Which I'm sure initially God gave it to us for the birds so that they could build their nest where it grows naturally. But I craft with it all the time. Put it on birdhouses. I put it on benches. I put it on Uncle Sam, the wreath. And I put it on his, there, you guys can see that good now. There. I put it down here on him. And see, here's what I needed in that is a little touch of this green just in there to break all that up. So I'll have to add it later, but I use the moss on these things for like at the side so you can hide the candle. That moss you can use for just about anything. This porch is going to be awesome by the time we get it done. Okay, I think that helped immensely covering that up. I don't know if we need a bow or not. Let me put that there. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, the way that thing is made, it's got like a rounded bottom on it, so it didn't really, the weight, putting all the weight in it didn't really help it any, so stand up or whatever. So I'm either going to have to hang it on the porch, or I'm going to have to I have a shelf out there that's it's made of barnwood, and so I'll put it on one of those shelves, and then I won't have to worry about it falling over. I may attach it to a wreath. I have a humongous wreath out there that's, I don't know, like 3 feet across, and I'm always looking for something to put on the wreath, and this would be cute sitting on that wreath as well, and it would already light up. So I can imagine if we put these on the wreath first, these red, white, and blue stars, and then hang this guy there, would really be cute. And hopefully we'll get to do that tomorrow. If I do it during the day, then I'll just go live, because I think there's supposed to be rain scheduled forever until all this moves out. So I wish that you could see this lit, because you can't see it because of that light so bright. But anyway, see, a real easy, simple patriotic craft for your front porch, or maybe you could use this on a table or something for a picnic. Another idea I always sometimes do out there is strainers, just a regular strainer. If you can't find one at a thrift store or garage sale, dollar stores have them really cheaply now. As long as you put this foam down inside and then build your arrangement around it, it doesn't have to be artificial flowers. And as you can see, I didn't even have the artificial greens tonight, and I think it looks fine. So just wanted to go live with that, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get to the hose pole that I made, the hose holder pole, and get that porch finally decorated with all the things that you guys have watched me do in red, white, and blue. This is going to be an added addition. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. If you did, click to follow us and like us, and like and share this page if you wouldn't mind. We'd appreciate it a lot. If you want to find out more about us, you can go to peddlersloft.com, and there's also a way to message us. There's a message button. When this video ends, there'll be a message button at the top. So thank you guys so much for joining me. God bless. Good night.